with some what's on deck. There's a lot to talk about. And I will be doing a separate video to kind of look at what is coming up for Black Friday this week. It's going to be pretty big, I think. So let's get on with it. Sorry for Kickstarter. First of all, incidentally, we got the prescription playing cards, which it's okay. The back design kind of reminds me of the last Tier 11 deck of Provision, just a little bit. We printed by USBC. It is funded, well funded, almost 200% now, by Felix Ha, who has done another project before. I actually think I remember that name. What project was it? I don't remember. Let me just find out. It was, the Izzo playing cards. That's right, which I didn't really care for. Never got. Excuse me. But he has produced and delivered a deck, so he's got a little reputation. Let me see some of the cards. $15 Canadian for one deck. Not terrible, I suppose. It's a nice color. I like the top case, how it looks like a prescription pill bottle or box, as it is in some cases, with all your information, medicine information, whatnot. The colors, obviously, on everything, made to look like the colors of capsules, white and orange. At least some capsules. There are definitely different colors of capsules and pills out there, quite a few. By USBC, bicycle stock, articles from Venice, basically. Custom seal, apparently. And then the faces, we got an image. The sign has to tuck this a lot, which is fine in the back design. The faces, they are custom. I like that they got the little kind of plus sign. And you have some nice artwork on the aces. I don't really like that necessarily that the heart and diamond are black while the index is orange. Kind of the reverse for the ace of spades and ace of clubs. I guess it's not terrible. And there's some gaff cards as well, if you want to call them. One is a prescription order form, and the other is an instruction manual. I don't exactly call those gaff cards because I don't exactly know how you would use them, as you can see, but I like them. They're nice additions. There's also a black double backer, I guess it is. Faces, basically standard. They remove the suit indicator pips, which is fine. And they're basically doctors and nurses, but fairly standard. And then the jokers, the pills, capsules. I don't like capsules because I have, I don't know, I guess maybe a bit of a phobia or whatever with swallowing pills, so I just chew them. So whenever I get stuck with capsules, which usually happens if I have a dental infection, I break them up and spoon it into my mouth. I know it's weird, but I don't know, I have something about swallowing and stuff like that. Anyways, enough about me. Moving on to the next project we're going to look at here. It is the Green Mine by Zaku Playing Cards. They've also had a successful project previously, which was the Fleed. That's actually recently shipped, I do believe. It basically got like a foliage type look for the figures. It's completely custom. Nice back design. It's inspired by the folklore of the plant world and the legends of the forest. Printed by Cardamundi. It looks nice. It's €12 for one deck. That's $18 Canadian for the record. And this one is, I believe I wrote that down, that it's like 60% funded currently. It's got a pretty big goal. 14,000 euros, about $20,000 Canadian. It's a big goal. A little bit too big, perhaps, for it to fund. But here's hoping it does fund. It's nicely designed, you can see. Two different colors, it looks like. There's the autumn box, and then there's the bronze box. But, okay, what? I'm confused. How is this the bronze box if it's green? The other one looks bronze. I'm kind of confused. Oh, okay. That is the bronze one. The autumn one is copper. No, okay, it's weird. The autumn one has copper foil and embossing. The bronze question mark question mark has bronze foil and embossing. Why isn't it just green? That would make more sense. Here you see the previous deck, the Philly. It's nice as well, and I'll probably pick it up at some point in time. Very nice artwork, completely custom. I like that they modified some of the pips, with the foliage and leaves. Definitely worth looking at. They got nice books as well. Hopefully it funds. Make sure you check it out. I still don't see. Here I see it's bronze, I guess, copper and bronze. But on the tuck case, it was green. Tuck case and the cards. Maybe that's just me. Moving on, we have the Amethyst Geode playing cards, a relaunch. I don't think it's gonna fund again. I did not even bother to write how much funding it was at because it's not doing very well. $1,700 out of $5,000 goal. Don't see it funding. Don't think they've really made any changes. $16 US for one deck. Absolutely not. That's about $22 Canadian. Compare that to the other two decks we just looked at, which are much better and cheaper. Why would you want to pay $16 for this? I don't know. There's two decks as well, apparently. Oh boy. There's a standard deck and the signature deck. The signature deck, by the way, is $35 US, which is $47 Canadian. No, not gonna happen. These are the back designs. I already have some nausea today. I don't need to get more nauseous. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. The signature one has some yellow gold details for no real reason. The pips, you can see on the ace, is basically the same thing. Again, the signature ones have some gold details. And the core cards, they're the same thing on both decks. Gold details, of course, for the signature one, because gold makes it worth more money, right? Or yellow in this case, it looks like. There you see the ace is a little bit better. Looks like it's got lightning running through it. I think he's overpriced the signature deck. It's not something that people would want to pay extra money for. Wow, it's metallic inked and embossing. Anti-scratch matte stock, I guess. Well, the standard one is just a standard tuck. People aren't interested in the standard deck. Why would they be interested in the signature deck, especially at that absurd price? It's nice that they give you instructions on how to do it. I'm curious about the previous project. Now, it's by Caleb Morton, by the way, and some other collaborators. And from what I can tell, they have not changed anything artwork-wise from the original project to this one. If it would load today, that would be nice. Yeah, and they canceled the last one about a month ago, almost a month ago. Not even, just 3 weeks ago. You can see it's the exact same thing. I'm kind of curious about the prices and the gold. One delimiter free to, what the hell is that? Oh, there you go. Wow. They had a $20,000 gold US. That was never going to fund. The decks, it was $16 for the standard, $40 for the signature. Basically the same thing. Still way too much money. It's still not going to fund. You know, the goal was a lot smaller. I mean, last time, this is what they had last time for funding. They had $1,300. Yeah. Moving on, we got the Tactile Service Gemini playing cards. There aren't enough Gemini decks out there, as it is. It's got a mediocre goal of $849 Canadian, which is apparently $5,000 Hong Kong. Yikes, their value has gone downhill. I'm actually surprised to see anything from Hong Kong, considering the hell what's going on over there right now. Super resist, super wear resistant and waterproof material, aka plastic, I assume. The back design's borderless full bleed, not very exciting. It is waterproof. It is going to be plastic. Smooth material, waterproof, wear resistant. Basically, it's a failure waiting to happen. By looks, well, I'm fairly certain they've done a different project under a different account. I don't know why they've launched a new account, but just that name seems familiar. 19 bucks Canadian for one deck on the early bird. And that's just for red or, yeah, okay, red or blue. Then there's another price of 22 bucks Canadian. And then 38 bucks Canadian for two decks. How exciting. Um, the top cases look nice. And I like the double box there. The cards, I don't know if they're going to handle that well if they're plastic. The faces, I believe those faces, but I don't know. They're not showing us faces. All we're showing here is a couple of standard faces. It's going to be very standard. It's not going to fund either, in my opinion. Ah, no, I'm wrong. Maybe it will fund. With a goal that ridiculously low, there's a possibility of funds. I just don't think it's going to be great. By the way, they also got the name on there of Slowplay, whatever that means or represents. Slowplay Salute Classic. Very interesting. No, thank you. And then we got this. Jessica Feinberg is back. She's done 41 projects, most of them playing card related, and most of them the same theme as this, dragons. How many can she do? I don't know, but it's been a while since she's done one. I guess it took her a while to figure out how she was going to throw dragons onto yet another deck of cards. There's 108 creatures on these decks. It's dragons and rare creatures playing cards. It is funded. I've never backed any of her projects, but I've got full confidence in her to deliver based on all her previous experience fulfilling projects and producing. I don't know where she prints them. It's nice artwork. It's not really my cup of tea. 18 bucks for one deck, by the way, US. And there's two decks. There's a light and saddle deck and a hybrids deck. You see the artwork there. They're being printed by NPC. That answers that question. And yeah, it's dragons. Not that I don't like dragons, but she's kind of beat that one to death, you know. But good on her. And then we got a new Clockwork deck, the Clockwork La Ville Lumière from Swabbed Decks. I just ordered recently their previous Clockwork deck on Murphy's. I showed you that one last week. It's got the animation on the backs and the faces. This one also has an animation. Very nice artwork. 16 bucks for one deck is a decent price. I suppose it's a little bit pricey. The Joker's got roosters. I guess it's the year of the rooster. I mean, it's just 2019, not 2020. I don't know if it's the year of the rooster or not. The back design is some female figure with a headache, apparently. And it's got the figure 25 logo on there as well for the hell of it. It's alright. The faces have a lot going on. And it was pretty nice. You can see the court cards, kind of similar to the previous decks, very simple. They just have helmets and crowns representing the courts. It's not bad. There's a lot going on. It is what it is. That one, did I say it was funded? No, it's almost funded. This one is at, I believe, 80%. I think I wrote, yes, 80% funded. Moving on to the next one, we got Viribus, designed by and produced by Theo Heinert. I don't think this one's going to fund. It's currently at 900, just under 1,000 euros out of a 8,300 euro goal, 8,350. Don't see it funding. Obviously, very cardistry-esque. It's borderless, full blue design, lots of details in the borders, and black and white with red. Very good for fanning and cardistry. It's their first project, and they haven't backed any projects either. Oh my god. It's a 12-year-old boy. Why is he... I see his mom is running this, but a 12-year-old boy. I mean, good on him for designing a deck of cards. But I am not confident in backing a project run by a 12-year-old kid. It's 13 euros for one deck, which is 20 bucks Canadian. A little bit pricey, I suppose, in Canadian at least. It's interesting that he's offering a signed deck, the same amount of money as a regular deck. Because his signature is worth all that much money, right? I mean, already he's telling you his signature is worthless because he's not charging anything for it. It's the same price as an unsigned deck. He got 40 prototypes produced thanks to a bakery in Munich. That's interesting. It looks like it was designed by a 12-year-old kid now that I think of it. It's a nice back design for cardistry. The Jokers, they look like Trump had liposuction. Just a little bit. The tuck case is okay. It doesn't really reflect the artwork on the cards. It just looks like the same colors. And there you see one of my problems with this one, the club pip. The club pip stores out like the club pip. What am I trying to say? Stands out like a sore thumb. Why not just leave it kind of normal like the other pips? So that it looks like it fits in. It just looks like the club pip really stands out and doesn't belong. The reported by Carter Munday to win B9 finish. Problem with that, Mr. 12-year-old kid. Oh, never mind. Okay, it's going to be on a slimline paper stock. I was going to say problem because they don't have that stock anymore, but it's a slimline stock. That I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. It's kind of same. Perfect for cardists, sure, I suppose so. Perfect for magicians. I don't know if magicians would want to use these. Perfect for collectors. Yeah, right. I don't think too many collectors would be interested in this one. I don't think it's going to fund, unfortunately. Maybe he can try again in a few years when he's older. I mean, A for effort for a 12-year-old kid, but I'm not confident in handing my money to a 12-year-old kid and his mom, who probably knows nothing about playing card production or fulfillment, and there's no mention of who's fulfilling the project either, which is a concern for me. And then, speaking of slight concerns, we got this one, the Bicycle Eye, playing cards by, I guess, a new company called Prestige. Don't think it's going to fund. It's not even 10% yet. It's under $300 out of a $3,000 goal. It looks like something you might get from Bookable or Riffle Shuffle to some extent. But consider a small company. It's the first project. 13 bucks US for one deck isn't terrible. Bicycle branded. It's nice looking tuck case, I suppose. I don't like the back of the tuck case because it doesn't have the back design. It's just some weird artwork for some reason. Speaking of the back design, very one-way, very cardistry-esque. It reminds me of Uno. It looks like the freaking Uno back design in different colors. It's just me. It kind of looks like that. And they got eyes. It's the eye deck, so there's eyes all over the place. The pips have eyes all over them. The INKSTERs have eyes. It's interesting, but it's kind of weird. Even made for effort to design a complete deck of cards, completely custom. It's an interesting idea and theme. There are some problems. They say this has already been approved by USB-C for printing. They expect to receive the decks by January 2020 and immediately begin shipping to all our backers. We do not anticipate any challenges with this project. Problem. There is no way in hell this is going to be... Well, let's see. When does it end? If it were to fund... Which, by the way, they got 4 tiers. 1 deck, 2, 4 decks, 6 decks, and whole decks. 5 tiers. It's their first project. They haven't backed any before as well. It's going to end in 18 days, so it's going to end around the middle of December. There is no way in hell we're going to get this. By the time they get the money from Kickstarter, it's going to be January or end of December, Christmas time. There is no way in hell they're going to get this printed and fulfilled in January at all, because there's a lot of stuff going to USB-C right now. There's no way that this is going to be done in January at this rate. And yeah, it's wishful thinking. I also think not anticipating problems is a bit of a concern. It has some red flags for me, this product, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend backing it. And I don't think it's going to fund either. They would need a lot of backers in order to do that. And so far, most of the backers are getting one deck. Nobody's gotten a pair. One person has decided to get 4. One person decided to get half a brick. Nobody's bought a brick. If you can't sell those higher tiers, those bricks and half bricks, you're going to have a difficult time funding. Moving on, let's talk about other stuff going on in the world of cards quickly. Illusionist has a bunch of new stuff. They have a new mystery deck. Don't know what it is. I suspect you may see something from people who bought it in the US this week. All I know is it says the Illu deck. I assume it might be the Illusionist deck that they released before, but I guess I'll find out when it comes. But that's new. And I'm not sure they're going to have any more new ones until next year. Then there's the Tinker deck, which was their most recent deck of the month. Mystery deck, I should say. It was the most recent mystery deck, which I got recently. It's pretty nice. Printed by Card Moon Day on their E7 Luxury Press E7 stock, very thin. You can see the back design, a lot of mechanical type stuff on this deck, kind of the steampunk, robot theme, honestly. There's a robot on it. Weathered look on the toughest of the cards. Court cards are basically standard, with some modifications and some recoloring. The Jokers, you see right there, Ace of Spades, and a Hotline Room. Apparently. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it. And this just released the other day. It's the White Allurian. Last year they released, I think it was last year, they released the original Allurian deck in black. This one's the white one. Beautiful looking top case. Nice foil and embossing. I assume it's a Luxury pressed stock as well. Very nice. Ace of Spades and Jokers. And the court cards, they're okay. It's standard, recolored, standard Illusionist, I guess. Beautiful tuck case though. And that I'm not such a big fan of. Why not make the hearts and diamonds either gold to match the colors, or just make them red? Like, I don't like black pips on the red suits for no reason. And like the bicycle gold stacks, sir. On this, it makes no real reason, no real sense, I should say. Back design's nice. I like it. I'll be picking it up. They've also released, I'll get to that one, their 12 decks of Christmas. You can buy, there's 12 different decks, sort of, different, sort of. You can buy, kind of any combination. So you can buy 12 of just one kind, for $99 for 12 decks. It's not a bad price. It's a pretty good price actually for a brick. You can buy 12 Aurelians if you wanted. I don't know why you would use this option for that. Or you can buy like 2 of this, 2 of that. You can buy 3 of some. You can buy, like for instance, if you want these Kingslayers, you can buy 2 of each. You can buy 6 of one, 6 of another. Whatever combination you can see here at the top, I can add bunch of decks if I wanted to. Etc. etc. I know I added a brick before one, so you could do that. So you can see the decks available include the Kingslayer Zebra edition, which, and this one was available months ago already through like playing card decks and other retailers. There's the new White Aurelians, the new Tinker deck, the Blue Kittens. I would love to show you more on, but I can't. I do need to do a review on that. Basically, it's a new color of the Kittens decks. I hate this. It won't let me stop where I wanted to. It's a new blue color of the Kittens decks, the previous Madison Kitten decks. Basically, that's all it is. There's the Bicycle Series 1900 in blue. Surprise, no red. And then you see they also have the cohorts. I guess that's just the red one. Not sir. And then there's 6 new colors of the Kingslayers, which get more ridiculous than Fontaine. So you got the Ghost White, Sky Blue, Viral Thunder, Royal Mustard, Desert Storm, and Hot Coral Kingslayers. 6 new Kingslayer decks, plus the Kingslayer Zebra. And then last year they had red, blue, black, a different blue, and they had 4 last year, right? So, I mean, they're at 10 or 12 right now, 10, 11, 12 different Kingslayer decks. It's really ridiculous. And definitely I'm not going to spend money to pick up all these decks. Moving on, something new from Art of Play. The Ace Fulton's Casino Twin Pack, 24 bucks. You can buy them individually as well, 12 bucks each. There was also an artist proof, which is sold out, which is basically autographed, and there was 52 of those sold out. How exciting! These are the classic editions, they're calling them. You can buy USB-C. Cambric finish in stock. 1,200 sets. There's the 52 artist proofs, signed and numbered by I don't know who. And like I said, you can buy the decks individually. They're 12 bucks each, so it makes sense to pick up this. It's kind of more collectible this way, the twin pack, and probably worth more at the same price. So you might as well just get the twin pack while they still have them. Moving on, this came to my attention. Can't really see it too well here, but new orange Aristocrats from themagicapple.com. That's themagicapple.com. You can see it there. They are orange Aristocrats. They're banknote Aristocrats in orange. 2,700 printed. There's a special full of hearts with a different colored back. I don't know what color that is. I would imagine maybe a double backer as well. On a crust stock. And yeah, they originally brought the green one, which is a nice color. I don't know how I feel about orange, but it's fine. I like orange. It looks pretty nice. You can actually still get the green ones here as well. You see right there, 80 bucks for a dozen. Pretty good price. And these ones are 80 bucks for a dozen. Maybe I could see a better image of these. I did order it. Shipping was a little bit pricey. I know initially I added a few decks. It's $7 for one deck. It's a good price, very good price. For a great deck you can use for Magic and playing cards and whatnot. Definitely worth it. I know I originally added a bunch, a few different decks. Two of these, one of the green ones, and one red and one blue. 5 decks, and they wanted like 45 bucks for shipping. I'm like, eh. I decided to get the red and the blue one, and another black one from Murphy's instead. And I opted to get 2 orange ones and a green one from here, just so I have 2 of each color. And I wish these images you could see them. Maybe I can. New, but not what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the actual image, but you can't see a zoomed in image. That's kind of dumb. And actually, it says here 2,500 were printed. The other side it says 2,700. I don't understand. Don't understand. Obviously, it's either 2,500 or it's 2,700. The price will go up to $8.95 January 1st, 2020. I like it. You see the green one. It is $8.95. But yeah, the shipping is kind of pricey. He did the owner of the whatever the customer guy did contact me afterwards and say, hey, if you want, I can add a couple more decks, a few more decks in this order for the same shipping price. And I was kind of like, really? Because when I tried to check out before, they want $45 to ship. It was like $25 to ship as it is. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Moving on, a new bicycle deck here, the Bicycle Night Dream. Bright colors, orange and, well, not really bright, it's dark blue with a little light blue and yellow. Did I say orange? Standard faces, as you can see. This is from the Magic Square. Available at magicsq.com. 65 bucks Hong Kong, which is, no, it's not too bad. Tell you what that is right now. I got these on eBay. I mean, it was like 10 bucks. And it cost me plus shipping. Pretty reasonable. If you're, honestly not in Hong Kong, you might want to get it through eBay. Let me just see something here. Hong Kong dollar. It was 65 bucks, right? It's about $8.31 US. That's not bad. It's not a bad price at all. 11 bucks Canadian. So there's that. I'm just showing it on the website. Obviously, it's on eBay. And then there's a new Mirage deck from Patrick Kuhn, patrickkuhn.com. It is a V4 Midnight Blue. It's a nice color. I thought it would have been darker than that. Basically standard code cards with modified faces. Nice tough face, I'm sure. You can see the faces, at least the kings. At the very least, the kings have been modified with different people, probably designed by Daniel Snyder, I assume. Maybe the queens as well. There's a special gaff card there, as you can see. There's also a half brick box and a brick box. No, it's a half brick box, not mine. 12 bucks. It's not a terrible price. This is for the first time in the series being printed by USB-C on a premium B crust stock. Previously they had printed, I guess, with Legends. And yeah, it's not bad. Don't know if you can still get the original ones. Anyways, that is it I'm aware of, at least at the moment, for new stuff this week. Let's see if there's anything else that popped up in my email. Stay tuned. I will be doing another video, or not, talking about what's going to happen this week with Black Friday. Oh, there is another one that I should mention. I somehow missed on Kickstarter. Look at that quickly. I apologize. Don't know why it didn't show up when I searched playing cards. It should have. It's the Air Deck 3.0 version 3, whatever. 3.0, there we go. Third edition. I got the original one ones, whatever it was. I don't know how many it was. And I reviewed them. There's a couple different colors here. You can see 5 more new colors and designs. I don't know what the hell it is, what the hell is going on there, but it's well funded. They had $40,000 goal Hong Kong. It's at almost $300,000 Hong Kong, which is $50,000 Canadian. Early bird just by Tip Top Things Limited. As you can see, what it is very thin cards, plastic, waterproof. They're okay back designs. I like the green one. The red one's not bad. Yeah, most of them aren't bad. Not really a fan of the one in the middle or the one on the left. They got the geometric. The geometric is okay. I'm not really a big fan of it. It is mirror image, apparently. The aqua mandala is very nice. Night sky, eh. The red plastic is nice, and the electric is alright. They are 3.43 inches this way, and just over an inch and a quarter this way. Basically an inch and a quarter. And the whole idea is to be travel friendly, blah blah. I'm getting kind of tired. Like, how many times are they going to come out with new bat designs? It's getting a little bit ridiculous, a little bit excessive. And you can see the faces, the cord cards, are just crowns, very simple. That was kind of a turn off for me. It could do a little bit more with the cord cards, in my opinion. And carbon positive deck, oh, good. This is one of the original ones that I got. What if you can add on some of the other ones? I don't see it, but there's some previous ones there. Yeah, I thought I would show that quickly. So that is it for this week, I do believe. For new stuff, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you next time with more. There's a few more things to mention. I forgot to mention, I guess. Coming up on December 5th will be a new 5th edition of the Joker and Thief decks in green to celebrate, I guess, their anniversary, their 5th anniversary, and also, 2020 marks the 5th anniversary of them producing what are some of the finest point cards that ever come to the market, if you say so. They say it's the final limited edition of the original Joker and the Thief deck. Yeah, right. I hate stuff like that because companies always say that, and then they go, "Oh, we got a new edition, new color, new limited edition color. It's the last one, the very last one. We promise, very last one. We got a new one. Surprise! It's the last one. We assure you." And I wouldn't be surprised if they already said that before, and never to be reprinted. Yeah, they also probably said that as well, and then they reprinted the original text. Also, it's on the birthday of one of the founders, December 5th. So that's cool. $10 on the early bird, available at once. December 5th, just over a week away. It's nice. And, if you know what the Joker and Thief decks are, it's the same thing, except it's green. Would have been nice if maybe they implemented some green on the court boards. I mean, they do, I guess, have green for the clubs and spades, I think, maybe. Yeah, that's what I think about when I see that advertised as well. Moving on, a few other things. First of all, we got the high node playing cards. High node, which is Japan, a symbol of tradition and good fortune, the rising sun. You see tuck case, the back design. My first thought and comment was this looks exactly like more or less the same as the Vanda Zero deck from the Cardistry Club, except apparently this one was designed before then. The Joker's a nice fitting Japan theme. I'm assuming the faces are completely standard. Is a couple of gaff cards, double backer, and a duplicate of the deck of clubs. Prediction as well on the top flaps. It's not a prediction card, but prediction. printed by USB-C, designed by McClure and I know that Macintosh, Kyle Macintosh, who is a local buddy, I guess. Not that I've ever met him. Actually, no, we did meet, right? I think I met him. It's nice. I will be picking it up. And then, also quickly, we got the second edition of the Bicycle Rainbow Deck, Mandolin back by TCC Playing Cards. It's very interesting. Each card has a rainbow of colors. Each one is unique, so it's essentially a white deck. Obviously, standard and recolored code cards and number cards. If only it was holographic, like those other decks that have been on Kickstarter. That would have been nice. 5,000 printed, only 5,000. Like I said, it's Bicycle Rider back, but it's not. It's Mandolin back. Slightly false advertising. On top of that, there's a new King's Wild Americanas Standard Edition. It's a nice, tuck case. Nice bad design. No complaints. With this deck. The Ace of Spades, really? What does that have to do exactly with Americanas? It's a queen. Whatever. Core cards are basically standard. Red, white, and blue. As you would expect. It's pretty nice. They do also have limited edition variations available. Sorry that quickly. Right here, there's it says gilded jumbo tuck case. Obviously, it's not gilded, it's foiled. I assume that's what they mean. But it's a jumbo tuck case that has a bunch of decks in it. 4 standards, 3 limited edition with a numbered edge sealed, and 1 gilded edition. You can see what those look like. As far as I know, the cards inside are exactly the same, except for the one that's gilded. I could be wrong. It's a little bit pricey though, $97 for 8 decks. Yeah, well, thank you. And then I wanted to mention these. The Cosmos decks in red and blue are now available from Aristocrats. These were previously released through Bomb Magic. A couple of years ago, I think it was, they were apparently commemorate the victory of Hoyt Wu at the FISM 2015 Championship. Very nice. I do have a review on them from a couple of years ago. Nice bat designs. I really like them. They also handled very nicely, if I recall correctly. And now they're available internationally, or in North America. And then there is the less from Roadtrek. There's a silver and gold. Nice tough case with embossing, foil on this one at least. Is less more though? I don't think so. It says you need less. It's a nice Ace of Spades. Very nice. The cards are standard. Core cards. And then the back design, I don't like it. I do like the design element that you see in there, but then the rest is white. I don't like that. It just, and then the core cards are completely standard. I just feel like it would have been nice if you just designed the whole thing, or just left it, all designed. Why cut out massive portions of the back design to make, I guess, cardistry as a type deck? And then you see the gold one is basically the same thing, except gold. You do have black, red, and gold metallic inks, and then black, red, and silver. Printed by Oath Playing Cards on a 310 GSM French Casino grade stock. Roadtrek's version of standard core cards. What I'm seeing are just standard core cards recolored. It's a nice tuck case on that one. Jokers look nice from what you can see. But less in this case is not more. And I'm not really a big fan, especially the price isn't terrible for me on the retail, on the wholesale price. Retail's a little bit pricey. It's his interpretation of a minimalist deck. I don't know. I don't like it. If I see anyone on the forums going, "Oh, this is a wonderful deck. It's so beautiful," And then later they complain about white space on cards. I'm gonna have a field day. Don't you dare be a hypocrite and complain about white space and then buy these. Throw money at Roadtrek because it's Roadtrek. That being said, yeah, I'm gonna pass on those ones. That is it now. Stay tuned for my other video on what is going on and for Black Friday. Stay tuned.